Sally Raspberry. This is yet another in the Yin series of videos. This is going to be a very different take on a Yin practice. I'm wearing my jeans. I've got on my shades, my toboggan. It's chilly outside. I'm all wrapped in the scarf. I'm just taking care of the needs that I have at the moment, which is essential to being kind to yourself, which is a huge component of Yin. I am currently recovering from an eye injury, so the glasses at this point are sort of like my Dumbo feather. They just make me feel like I'm healing more rapidly. So I wanted to really talk about a much deeper layer of Yin than we've experienced or really just dug into in any of the other Yin videos. We've talked about, of course, in a Yin practice, the hallmarks of what makes it Yin are coming to an edge in a pose, holding that edge for a long period of time, breathing, working with that edge. Whenever we get comfortable, we find a new way to be uncomfortable, and then we relax into that and get comfortable again, and then push ourselves to the next edge. This is all Yin. A deeper component and a more energetic component of Yin that we can use off the mat as well as on the mat is that in Yin, we sit with what is. So just as we sit in a pose and we feel the physical discomfort that may come from a really deep stretch and the opening of that fascial tissue, when we're in our normal clothes, on the street, at work, with our families, when we're doing life, sitting with things that are very uncomfortable and really getting in, and then digging even further in, and then asking, what's this about? And then waiting for the answer. It might be a minute, it might be an hour. We might sit with a question for a week, a month, a year, a decade, before we're able to reach that stillness that allows us to touch our wisdom body, the Amaya Kosha, the wisdom body, the part of our being that just knows. I've recently been exposed to the koshas, the 5 Ayurvedic bodies, in a new way that I had never really thought about before. And I just wanted to share that with you so that maybe it's helpful as we dig into this component of a Yin practice. If you've ever seen those matryoshkas or those Russian dolls, they're wooden dolls, and you open one and then there's another inside, and then you open that one and there's another and another and another until you get to the tiniest little most potent doll that has no seams. That's how we can use that as a metaphor for our own koshas. The koshas are the bodies, the sheaths, the layers, the illusions. All of those are synonymous, and you can choose what makes sense for you. I think it's easier for most people to just think of them as the 5 bodies. So we've got, of course, the physical body, the food body, the Amaya Kosha, this physical body that's made of food. Yum, yum. Taking care of that is essential. It's our home. It's where we live. Just below that is the Prana Kosha, the breath body. And let's go one deeper into the Manomaya body. This is the emotional sheath, the emotional mental layer. And since Pranamaya is between the body and the mind, we use the breath to connect these two so that these 3 outer bodies are in connection when we do yoga. Yoga means to join, remember? So we're breathing, we're using this Pranamaya Kosha. Prana is not breath, but prana is the energy that we bring to ourselves with the breath. So we use the breath to bring the prana into the energetic body and the physical body, and we connect those 3 bodies. So we've opened the Russian dolls, And we've seen those 3 bodies, those 3 sheaths, but there's more. That 4th body is this deeply wise, knowing part of ourselves, the Amaya Kosha. It's the wisdom body. It's that part of you that holds you, that holds your true self and says, hey, it's gonna be all right. You're doing great. You're amazing. The Maya body, this wisdom body, offers encouragement and support throughout our lives. The Maya body might feel like it's petting your face. My shaman, therapist, didgeridoo teacher, and a man that I look up to so much, Darren Wallman, taught me this practice of petting the face, petting the self. It's okay. You're great. You did great today. You're doing your best. What else can you do but your best? Your best is going to change from day to day. You're doing an amazing job here on the planet. Great job. You've got this. It's going to be okay. So we're talking to ourselves, and we're engaging our mind body with the words. We're engaging our prana body with the breath. We're engaging our physical body by stroking the nervous system and releasing hormones here in the physiological Amaya Kosha that say, oh, I'm okay. I'm all right. The petting of the face. So it's the Vijnanamaya Kosha that offers this wisdom to us. And it's more than that. It's more than encouragement. It's also that part where you just know something in your heart and your gut and your intuition. You just know something. That's your Vijnanamaya Kosha. And we can spend a lot of time here. We can hang out in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. It's when we get really clear on what's important in life. And it's usually not the things that we've been so focused on, so uber focused on. Those are usually in the Anamaya Kosha and the Manomaya Kosha, the things that we have assigned importance to based on what the ego has told us we need for our lives, to get ahead, to find a mate, to have a job, to have success, to be our best selves. And that's beautiful. I never, ever, ever want to take away from the importance of the ego, nor demonize the ego or the physical self. That's part of our experience. We are human beings. Yes, we are beings, but we are being human, and it's okay to be human. It's more than okay. It's fantastic. We don't want to come solely from a place of ego, however. We want to incorporate that being into the human into the being into the human. And the Vijnanamaya Kosha is just how we do this. We touch this wisdom body. We check in with ourselves. We might ask a question. We're seeking answers. What should I do with my life? Or what should I do about this job? What should I do about my marriage? What should I do with this predicament? What should I do with my parent? What am I going to do about this health issue? We ask these questions. We can seek guidance from books, from TED Talks, from YouTube videos, from therapists, from PhDs, from intellectual beings. And really, the only person that can answer that is you, is ourselves. We're really asking this deep question. And if we're still and we lean in, we come to the edge. We listen, we allow, we open to what's there, to what's already there, to what's been there all along. And we allow that Vijnanamaya Kosha, that wisdom, to translate into the Manomaya, into the Anamaya. We feel it. Yes, this feels right. I feel this in my heart, in my gut. I know this in my mind. That's how we blend all of these together. And then there's even one more. If we open the final layer of the Matryoshka, open that final casing, and inside is the seed being. It's not small because it's the smallest body. It's just the innermost, most protected. It's not linear. This is just a way we can understand it as humans. Clearly, it's not all stacked upon each other and inside. And it is. It's both not and it is. It's out of us and it's in us. So this very seed being, this Atman self, this true self, in Ayurveda and yoga, we refer to this as the Amaya Kosha. Ananda means bliss, the bliss body. We can reach bliss. We can touch this bliss body. We can have these moments of beautiful clarity, of just inner knowing and inner peace, true peace, where there is no past, there is no future, there is only right now. There is no me, there is no ego, there is no you, there is no separation. There is only this, there is only love. There is only pure light and bliss, pure energy. We can touch this, we can experience it. We can have lots of moments of experiencing it. And the more we experience it, the more we experience it, just like anything else. Everything we practice, we get really good at. So if we practice touching our bliss, getting into that final layer and finding our seed selves, then we can touch it again. But it's not somewhere we can hang out. We can't linger in the Amaya Kosha because we have a physical body. When you're ready to let go of that physical body, the mind body, then you can just be the Anandamaya body. I'm pretty happy here on earth as a human being. Love touching my bliss. Oh, gosh. Love it. It is love. It fuels me. It gives me light and purpose. But I can't hang out there because I have children. I'm a householder. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I have all these roles. I love life. I love food. I love experience in my five senses. So all of these things, all of these amazing things that are possible, and the Amaya Kosha, the food body, they don't exist in the bliss body. That's just our pure spirit self. So an amazing place to go visit, to touch, to be there. Maybe you get to hang out there for like a solid 20 seconds. Maybe I've had an intense meditation where I got to hang out in this bliss body. It's hard to put a timestamp on it because once you start to use your cognitive mind to realize, oh my gosh, I'm here, you're already gone. So it's really hard to put a timestamp. But if I were to look back, I would say that I probably got to hang out in the bliss body for my longest amount of time ever, for probably close to 30 seconds. Bliss. Bliss, bliss, bliss. So, I'm here. I've got my incense, got my scarf, got my shades, got my mala. We're going to sit with a deeper layer of the Yin practice than we've experienced in the Amaya Kosha. We're going to sit here in the Manomaya Kosha. We're going to use our Pranamaya Kosha. Breathing in the prana, the life force, with our breath, connecting the Manomaya to the Anamaya, channeling in that Vijnanamaya. Maybe we're even going to touch bliss together. Touch that Anandamaya Kosha, that true self. True, true, true. True, true, true. Sometimes I wish there were more words. I remember George Harrison once said in an interview, everything that's worth saying has already been said. And then someone, it may have been him as well, someone also said, everything worth saying, there's just no words. There's no words to say the things that really need to be said. And for me, the bliss body is like that, just the experience of it. It's too magnanimous and fantastic and phenomenal and peaceful to be put into words. So let's explore a deeper component of Yin. Have you ever experienced an uncomfortable emotion? I'd like you to do it now. I'm going to take you to an edge. So what I want you to do is sit tall, lay down, be in a posture that just feels right. It's okay for the body to be comfortable because your mind is about to be very uncomfortable. So let's get one of your koshas at least on board with just being supported, okay? And you are supported. You're taking this to a controlled level of discomfort because you know that you can pull yourself out of it when you're ready. So I'd like you to close your eyes or let your eyes be soft in the room. Breathe fully and deeply into your lower belly, into your lower 2 chakras, these centers of healing. We are rooted. We have a sense of belonging. We are sensual, sexual, creative, nurturing creatures. Our consciousness, for the time being, is in these lower 2 chakras, the root and the sacrum. Breathing fully into your belly and into your back body as well. Just find a pace that feels good. And then bring to mind something that you're sitting with that is not easy to deal with. Maybe you've got a conundrum, a predicament. Maybe you're not actively working on anything. Maybe you're sitting with something that's already happened that you're trying to wrap your head around. Maybe you're sitting with something that is going to happen that you're trying to wrap your head around. Maybe you're pretending there's nothing at all. And if so, let's just drop the game. Just drop the pretending. Just be really safe and held here. And know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's all right to come to that place of, that scary place where you have to examine something. Something's got to give, something's got to change, something needs to be worked out. We've all got these places. We've got these places all the time. It's what connects us. It's not the only thing that connects us, but it's absolutely a commonality. We're always working with something, sitting with something. Carrie Smith, my mentor at BTI, used to say, "What are you working on? Share with us what you're working on." That's how we introduced ourselves to a group of learners. So bring to mind this thing that you're working on, that you're sitting with. Whether it's just happened, about to happen, or is happening. Sit with it. I want you to explore all of the feelings that you experience. What comes up for you? What kind of emotions are arising in your Amaya Kosha? How does it feel in your body? Are you starting to feel constricted in your Amaya Kosha because of this sensation or emotion? Is there fear? Is there anger? Is there uncertainty? Before we can reach a place where we let go of this anger, where we let go of this fear, where we let go of the uncertainty, before we get really clear and peaceful, we have to first just get down in the trenches with it. Pema Chodron says we have to get close to our dark parts, become best friends with your ugly parts. Go into those places that scare you. Go into those places, those dark corners, those crevices of the emotions that you're feeling. If it becomes too much at any point, try to just pause and stay with it, stay still, and give the cheeks a pet. Reach into your wisdom body. You're all right here. You're doing great, honey. You're so beautiful. You are loved. You are love. You are supported. You've got this. Return to that stroking of the cheeks over and over as much as you need to. And then just keep coming back to it. As you're breathing into your lower two chakras, sitting with what you're sitting with, breathing into it fearlessly, or maybe fearfully. You don't have to be fearless. There was that slogan, no fear, in the 90s. That's cool. I think what it meant was, I'm scared. I'm scared shitless. And I show up anyway. Warriors are not without fear. It's just that we have fear and we're gonna do it anyway. I have this fear. I honor this fear. I feel into this fear. I am not afraid to feel my feelings. I am exploring this fear. Every corner, every crevice. I'm exploring this uncertainty. I'm exploring this anger. What is this about? Sneak preview. Anger is fear with a coat on. It's easier to be angry because it feels powerful. See if you can be strong enough, brave enough to take off that coat of anger and just get right into that fear that's underneath it, because it's there. And if that's not true for you, just get really honest with yourself and see if you can let that be true for you. See if you can see that underneath your fear, underneath your anger, there is fear. It's a layering that we do. So instead of no fear, it's more like no running away from this fear. Maybe you can picture yourself getting into Warrior 1, Warrior 2 pose in your mind. Yeah, I'm afraid, and I'm going to show up anyway. Those who can be the most vulnerable with themselves are the most courageous, the most just fearsome leaders. I want those people on my team and by my side. I'd rather not have that person on my team that pretends they never get scared or is afraid to admit that they're terrified or unclear or lost. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time. I don't have time. My precious time and attention and energy, I'm not going to spend that with you if you can't get really honest with yourself. Because if you're not being honest with yourself, how can you be honest with me? And if we're not honest with each other, how can we really be present? And if we're not present with each other, we might as well not be together. So when we're ready to show up, when we're ready to have fear, to get inside the fear, to explore it, what's this about? Then we make a firm commitment to be present for ourselves and for others and to start forming some deep connections. And that is what we are all looking for as human beings. We want to be connected. We want a tribe. We want someone who understands. And this is the way to it. This is the recipe for being deeply connected, for being deeply in love, for having real friends, real support, a real person in your life, a real partner in your life. Getting really vulnerable and clear with your own fear. So I have in front of me a bowl that's made of quartz crystal. It's in the key of F. It's for the heart chakra. Sit or lay and bring yourself into that uncomfortable place where you're just exploring. And maybe today you're not ready to dig in as much as you will tomorrow. Or maybe today you dig in deep and tomorrow you need a little rest. Just be gentle with yourself. You're an amazing individual. You've got this. I'm petting your cheeks. You've got this. Do your best. And your best will vary from moment to moment, day to day. Be gentle with yourself above all else. This is not a punishment. This is an exploration. You're an adventurer. You're exploring the dark parts of your heart, of your mind, so that you can turn on the light. You can explore these areas, these caves. You can really get to know them. And then what happens is it stops being scary. When we're afraid to look in a place and then we actually look in it, we shine a light. We realize, oh, I'm seeing things for how they are. I'm feeling these crevices. I'm understanding why this is the way it is. I don't need to change it. I can let it be exactly as it is. And I'm not scared of it anymore. And I have more space in my heart and my mind and my body and my life to breathe, to be. Growing your love light, shining that love light on your fear. This is what it's about. So you're laying down, you're sitting down, your body is comfortable. You're ready to explore that space, and you need me to be quiet so that you can do so. I'm going to ring this beautiful bell. I'm going to play this bowl. I'm going to give you 3 minutes of silence. 3 minutes is a great start. And I'll ring the bell again when it's been 3 minutes. Place your hands on your ribs. Breathe into the sides of your ribs. Breathe into your hands, into the side lobes, into the middle lobes of the lungs. As you exhale, constrict the throat so that you can hear yourself breathing out, exhaling like the ocean. Place your hands on your belly. Let's do one hand on the belly button, the other hand on the back, exactly opposing that place in the front. And breathe into the lower lobes of your lungs. Welcome to a new way to practice Yin. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to reach an edge, to stay with the edge, and to really feel and experience the edge softening and opening. The light inside me sees the light inside you. Namaste. Thank you for the work you're doing, for yourself, for the planet.